Video lesson prepared by N. Markandeya, lecturer in chemistry, Dr. BRR Government Degree College, Jedchalla. So our topic is bioinorganic chemistry, 6th semester, paper 7. So Department of Chemistry. So today we have discussed about some essential elements, biological functions of some essential elements. Here first one is importance of magnesium. So importance of magnesium or biological significance of magnesium. Here the main source of magnesium is leafy vegetable and animal tissues. Magnesium available in leafy vegetables and animal tissues. It is the main component of chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll contain magnesium plus 2 ion as a central metal ion. So it is the main, magnesium plus 2 is the main component of chlorophyll. In the presence of chlorophyll, the photosynthesis takes place. The photosynthesis reactions occurs in the plants in presence of chlorophyll to prepare a carbohydrates. Next point, it is got many enzyme activating and electrochemical functions. So e magnesium plus 2 ion is the main component in many enzyme activating and electrochemical functions. Next point, magnesium plus 2 ion activates phosphorylase, phosphoglucomutase, endase, peptidase, alkaline phosphatase, RNA, DNA polymerases. These all are the magnesium plus 2 containing enzymes. So magnesium plus ion activates all these enzymes. Next one, it is also affect neuromuscular irritability. So it is also affect neuromuscular irritability. Next point, deficiency of magnesium leads to the hypomagnesemia. So deficiency of magnesium leads to hypomagnesemia, which characterized by the hyperirritability, so cardiac diseases, vomiting, diarrhea, etc. These all are the symptoms of hypomagnesemia. Next point, the adult human body consists about 20 to 25 grams of magnesium per day. Okay, the adult human body consists about 20 to 25 grams of magnesium. This is the importance of magnesium. So mainly magnesium activates many enzymes like phosphorylase, phosphoglutamutase, endase, peptidase, alkaline phosphatase, RNA, DNA polymerase. These are all enzymes containing the magnesium plus 2 ion as a main component. For example, phosphorylase are enzymes that catalyze the addition of a phosphate group from an inorganic phosphate to an acceptor. This phosphorylase enzymes that catalyze the addition of phosphate group from an inorganic phosphate to an acceptor. So phosphate means phosphate plus hydrogen. Next enzyme, phosphoglucomutase. So these enzyme catalyzes the interconversion between glucose 1-phosphate and glucose 6-phosphate, which represent a branch point in the carbohydrate metabolism. This is the use of phosphoglucomutase. Peptidase. Next enzyme, peptidase. Peptidase containing the magnesium plus 2 ion. It is used to hydrolysis of protein substrate and breaking it down into the smaller polypeptides or amino acids. This peptidase is used to the hydrolysis of proteins to polypeptides, smaller polypeptides and amino acids. Next, alkaline phosphatase enzyme. So alkaline phosphatase enzyme plays an integral role in metabolism within the liver and development within the skeleton. So this is the main play role of alkaline phosphatase. The next one, DNA polymerase. This is enzyme containing the magnesium plus 2 ion. This DNA polymerase is responsible for the process of DNA replication. These all are enzymes containing the magnesium plus 2 ion. So this magnesium plus 2 ion has got many enzyme activating and electrochemical functions. This is the importance of magnesium ion or biological significance of Mg plus 2 ion or magnesium. Next essential element is calcium. See here, importance of calcium. This is the second essential element is calcium. So it is important essential element useful in the many biological functions. So calcium is useful in the many biological functions. Next point, it plays an important role in blood clotting. So for blood clotting, the calcium is play an important role for blood clotting. Next points, it's an important source are milk and egg. This calcium available in the high quantity in milk and egg. We know this thing. So it plays an vital role in the formation of healthy bones and teeth. For the formation of healthy bones and teeth, so this calcium is important role play for the formation and healthy bones and teeth. We need the calcium. So calcium is available in high quantity in milk and egg. So okay. Next, cell permeability. So membrane permeability generally is decreased by calcium. So membrane permeability generally is decreased by calcium. Next, rickets. So this disease is characterized by faulty calcination of bones in children. This rickets disease is due to the lack of calcination of bones in children. It may occur due to deficiency of vitamin D. So this rickets disease occur due to the deficiency of vitamin D. Next point, daily requirement of calcium is 0.45 milligram for kg weight. So 1 kg weight, so body required 0.45 milligrams of calcium for day. So this is the importance of calcium. So calcium plays an important role in blood clotting. The deficiency of calcium leads to the rickets disease in children's. So this rickets is occur due to the deficiency of vitamin D. So daily requirement of calcium is 0.45 milligrams of kg weight. So this is the importance of calcium. Next, importance of copper. Here copper plays an important role in biological functions in living organisms. So here second point, it is constituent elements in the hemoglobin. Next point, it plays an important role in the formation of redox enzymes. So this is very important. It plays an important role in the formation of redox enzymes. So copper is an integral part of certain enzymes and essential in their activity, such as some cytochromes, cytochrome oxidase, catalase, monoamino oxidase, uricase, tyrosinase, and ascorbic acid oxidase. These all are the enzyme. So these enzymes are activated by the calcium. These all enzymes contain the copper ion as a main constituent elements. So these all enzymes are activated by the calcium. So which elements? Cytochromes, cytochrome oxidase, catalase, monoamino oxidase, uricase, thyroxidase, and ascorbic acid oxidase. Next point, hyper level of copper causes Wilkinson disease. So if the copper is accumulate in more quantity in our body, it leads to the Wilkinson diseases. So that known as a hepatolenticular degeneration. So it is characterized by large accumulation of copper in the liver. So this Wilkinson disease occur by large accumulation of copper in the liver and lenticular nucleus of the brain. So this is the disease caused by the hyper level of copper. So copper is a main component of cytochrome oxidase, catalase, monoamino oxidase, uricase, tyrosinase, and ascorbic acid oxidase. So cytochrome oxidase enzymes in the respiratory electron. This is the cytochrome oxidase enzyme in the respiratory electron transport chain of cells located in the membrane. Next, the uses of catalase. Catalase is an enzyme in the liver that breaks down harmful hydrogen peroxide into oxygen and water. This is the uses of catalase enzyme. Next to monoamino oxidase. Monoamino oxidase is involved in removing the neurotransmitters norepinephrine, serotonin, and dopamine from the brain. This is the uses of monooxidase enzymes. Uricase. So uricase is an enzyme involved in the uric acid metabolism. So it is involved in the uric acid metabolism. High level of uric acid in blood causes gout disease, gout. So high level of uric acid in blood causes gout disease. So uricase is an enzyme involved in the uric acid metabolism. So these all enzymes contain the copper plus 2 ion as a main component. So this is the importance of copper. Next essential element is zinc, Zn plus 2. So see here importance of zinc. It is an essential element for many organisms. Second point, it plays an important role in the sexual maturation and reproduction. So it plays an important role in the sexual maturation and reproduction. It is available from wheat germinates liver, wheat germinates, liver, yeast. So wheat germinates, liver, yeast available, so are having the Zn plus 2 ion. Next point, it stabilizes the coated ribosomes. Coated ribosomes. It is useful in the development of cells. Zn plus 2 ion useful in the development of cells. It is constituent of many enzymes like kidney phosphatase, glutamate, dehydrogenase, urease, carboxypeptidase, etc. These all enzymes contain Zn plus 2 ion as a main constituent element. So these all are functioning for the release of Zn plus 2 ion. Next, insulin is known to contain zinc. Insulin is known to contain zinc. To diabetes, total amount of zinc has been reported to be reduced to half. In diabetic patients, the total amount of zinc has been reported to be reduced to half. In leukemia means blood cancer. In leukemia patients, zinc percentage reduces almost 10% of normal amount. In leukemia patients having the very low 10% zinc so of the normal amount, only 10% zinc having the leukemia patients. In diabetic patients, in zinc percentage has been reduced to half in diabetic patients. So deficiency causes poor body hair growth. For the deficiency of zinc causes poor body and poor hair growth. So zinc is main constituent element of many enzymes like urease. What is the uses of urease? Urease is to allow the organism to use external and internal generated. So urea as a nitrogen source. Urease as a nitrogen source. Next, carboxypeptidase enzyme. Carboxypeptidase used in hydrolysis of proteins to produce an amino acid and a new smaller protein. This carboxypeptidase enzyme containing the Zn plus 2 ion, it is used for the hydrolysis of protein to produce amino acid and smaller protein part. These are the importance of the zinc ion in biological system. So next one, important of copper or biological significance of copper. See here. So it is the important constituent elements of the vitamin B12. So only vitamin B12 containing the metal ion in all vitamins. This vitamin B12 known as a cyanocobalamin. These cyanocobalamin contain the cobalt plus 3. Cobalt plus 3 ion. So it is an important constituent element in the vitamin B12. In all vitamins, only vitamin B12 containing the metal ion. Next point, it is required for normal function of bone marrow to produce erythrocytes. So it is required for normal function of bone marrow to produce the erythrocytes. Erythrocytes nothing but red blood cells. For the production of red blood cells in the bone marrow, so it required the cobalt. Next point, its deficiency leads to nutritional anemia. So if the deficiency of cobalt leads to the nutritional anemia. So its excess of cobalt causes polycythemia effect. So excess of cobalt leads to the or causes to the polycythemia effect. So this polycythemia effect characterized by the headache, so like that. So polycythemia means high red blood cell count. So every body containing the some normal red blood cells. If the count of red blood cells so increases, it will so leads to the polycythemia so effect. Next one, so its important source is liver. So its important source is liver. So cobalt available so more quantity in liver. Next point, the normal average diet contains about 5 to 8 so micrograms of cobalt. Micrograms of cobalt. The normal average diet contains about 5 to 8 micrograms of cobalt. So these are the importance of cobalt. Cobalt is very main point. Cobalt is a so main constituent element of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 contain the so cobalt CO plus 3 so as important central metal ion. So it required normal function of bone marrow to produce the erythrocytes. Its deficiency leads to nutritional anemia. Its deficiency leads to nutritional anemia. So this is the important functions of cobalt. Next, importance of nickel. Importance of nickel. So nickel also essential trace elements. Trace elements means it required very small quantity. So it plays an important role in many enzymes like urease and hydrogenase. These urease and hydrogenase contain the so nickel plus 2 ion so as a main constituent elements. Next, its deficiency causes impaired liver function in certain animals. So the deficiency of nickel causes impaired liver function in certain animals. Next, it is necessary for good health of certain animals. So it is necessary for good health of certain animals. This is the importance of nickel. Okay, nickel is important role in many enzymes like urease and hydrogenase. Take your so urease is allowed to organisms to use external and internally generated urea as a nitrogen source. Next, hydrogenase enzyme used as a catalyze the conversion of hydrogen, molecular hydrogen to proton and electrons by heterolytic splitting mechanism. So this is the uses of hydrogenase. Hydrogenase is a enzyme containing the nickel plus 2 ion. So it catalyzes the conversion of molecular hydrogen to protons and electrons by a heterolytic splitting mechanism. Okay, so it deficiency, nickel deficiency causes impaired liver function in certain animals. So this is the importance of some essential elements so like sodium, potassium, chloride, iron, so magnesium, copper, zinc, cobalt, nickel. So okay, these are the important. Next our topic is toxicity of arsenic, mercury and lead. toxicity of arsenic, mercury and lead. So these all heavy metals are potentially toxic. All the heavy metals are potentially toxic. They causes damage to various organs, liver, kidney, gastrointestinal tract. So these all are the affected by these toxic elements of arsenic, mercury and lead. Okay, all the heavy metals are the potentially toxic. These heavy metals causes damage to various organs like liver, kidney and gastrointestinal tract. Okay, now see the toxic nature of arsenic. Now see the toxic nature of arsenic. Arsenic is highly toxic in its inorganic form. So in organic compound, arsenic plus 3 compounds are highly toxic. So arsenic available in organic compounds and inorganic compounds. In the organic compounds, so it available as a form of arsenic plus 3 compounds is highly toxic. So inorganic arsenic compounds are more harmful than the organic ones. Okay, inorganic arsenic compounds are more toxic, having the more toxic nature than the organic arsenic compounds. So next point, contaminated water used for drinking, food preparation and irrigation of food crops poses the greatest threat to public health from arsenic. Okay, so how to this arsenic entered in our body? By contaminated water used for drinking, food preparation and irrigation of food crops poses the greatest threat to public health from the arsenic. So next point, it is an occupational exposure for those working in mining, farming and the production of the semiconductors. So these industries working peoples are affected by the arsenic. So mining, farming and production of semiconductor working peoples are affected by arsenic. Next point, the early symptoms of arsenic are weight loss, anorexia, diarrhea, loss of hair, fingernails becomes bright. These are the early symptoms of arsenic. So at later stage, symptoms are hyperpigmentation skin and inflammatory lesions of the muscles membrane, jaundice, aplastic anemia. These all are the later symptoms of arsenic. Next, it plays a vital role in the growth of organism, particularly in goat, pig, rat, etc. So its deficiency causes infant mortality in many organisms. The deficiency of arsenic causes infant mortality in many organisms. If the body accumulated more than arsenic, it is treatment is dimercaptosuccinic acid, dimercaptopropane sulfonate. So the treatment for the arsenic is dimercaptosuccinic acid, dimercaptopropane sulfonate. So this is the toxic nature of arsenic. Next one, toxicity of mercury. So mercury also heavy metal elements. So it has a toxic nature. So here toxic forms of mercury is Hg 0 in vapor phase or Hg2 plus 2 mercuric and Hg plus 2 mercuric and Hg2 plus 2 mercurous. So in three forms in the toxic nature. These three forms having the toxic nature. Hg 0 in vapor phase. In the liquid phase it does not it does not having the toxic nature. Only in the vapor phase only Hg 0 having the toxic nature. Next, source of mercury. Source of mercury. So mercury, fungicides, insecticides, medications, skin creams, talc, cosmetics, thermometers, red tattoo ink, leather tanning products. So these all are source of mercury. So if the mercury entered into body, some symptoms are there. So symptoms is loss of air, teeth, nails, muscles, weakness, kidney dysfunction, memory loss, depression, birth defects, gastrointestinal irritation. These all are the symptoms of mercury. So what is the symptoms? Mercury is accumulate in our body. So these symptoms are exposed. So these are loss of air, teeth, nails, nostrils, weakness, kidney dysfunction, memory loss, depression, birth defects, gastrointestinal irritation. These all are the symptoms of mercury. So next, highly exposure of methyl mercury causes Minamata disease, and in children causes pink disease or acrohenia. So this is very very important. In high exposure of mercury, methyl mercury, so here methyl mercury causes Minamata disease. So it is identified in 1956 in Japan by this disease. So thousands of people are killed by Minamata disease. So this disease caused by the methyl mercury. This is very very important. This is Minamata disease caused by the methyl mercury exposure. So and in children causes pink disease by this methyl mercury. This is importance of mercury toxicity of mercury. Next one, to toxicity of lead. So toxicity of lead. Source of lead is cigarette smoke, air dye, pesticides and cosmetics, candles, smelters, pottery, agricultural soils. These all are the source of lead. So it affects calcium, copper, magnesium, chromium, selenium, manganese, sulfur, iron, etc. essential elements. This lead is affected by these essential elements. It is stopped the functioning of these essential elements. Next point, brain is most sensitive towards the lead. Brain is most sensitive towards lead. Interference with nerve system development. Toxic to children, causes permanent behavior and learning disorders. Toxic to children, causes permanent behavior and learning disorders. Next, causes constipation, abdominal pain, headache, memory problems. These all are the symptoms of toxicity of lead. Muscle weakness and leading to paralysis, lead palsy. So these all are so affected by the lead. So treatment of lead. Treatment of lead. See here, first one is the calcium sodium iodide. Calcium sodium iodide. Second one is the disodium salt of ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So EDTA. So disodium salt of ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Dipenicillamine also injected for the treatment of toxicity of lead. So here disodium salt of ethylene diamine. See here, like structure is CH2 N COOH NCOOH. So this is react with the lead to form one complex. By forming complex, this is easily removed from our body. So this lead toxicity treatment by the disodium salt of ethylene diamine. So this lead is reacted with the disodium salt of ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So it forms one complex, EDTA complex. By the formation of complex, so this complex is easily removed from our body. So these are the toxicity of the arsenic, mercury and lead. So the main toxicity nature. So arsenic is the source of arsenic is contaminated water and the food preparation industry and pesticides and the working in mining or farming and the production of semiconductors. These all are may be affected by the arsenic. So the early symptoms of arsenic are weight loss, anorexia, diarrhea, loss of hair, fingernails becomes brightly at larger stage. So if in the long years, it is affected by the pigmentation of the skin and the inflammatory lesions of the muscle membrane, jaundice, like that. The deficiency causes infant mortality in many organisms. This is the toxicity. Main next to toxicity of mercury. This is very important point in mercury. High exposure of methyl mercury. So methyl mercury, CH3Hg. Methyl mercury, CH3Hg. This is causes Minamata disease. Minamata, this is very important. So in entrance purpose also, in many GK questions. So it is very very important question. This Minamata disease is identified in the 1956 in Japan. So due to the high exposure of methyl mercury. So this methyl mercury causes the pink disease in children also. This is very very important in mercury. Lead. So source of lead is cigarette smoke, air dry, pesticides, cosmetics, candles, smelties, pottery, agriculture soils like that. So okay, thank you.